Okay, as soon as you see this ball get deflected, Lamar Stevens has got to start to get back. You can't just stand, all right? So ball's deflected. You got to be starting to go, just in case, all right? And then as soon as Philadelphia gets this ball, look at the difference. Now you're gone, and you're ahead of the ball. But you just stood there the whole time. So now you're not going to be able to get ahead of the ball. No one is. Really, the Cavs want to force Tyrese Maxey this way. Well, this big's going to have to drop. So that means you're going to have to rotate when Embiid pops off of this. So when this pass gets made, Donovan Mitchell's got to stay home. This player would rotate here, and then you go to the corner. I mean, this player's not going to get back out to Joel Embiid. Of course. If you are guarding Joel Embiid, Evan Mobley's only focus is going to be guarding Joel Embiid. Look at you trying to gamble here and deflect a pass that's never made. So now you're off balance, and please. This is way too gingerly playing defense right here by this Cavs player. Before we even saw this, you should have sprinted to the three-point line to get your feet set. Now look, now you're just backpedaling. Your feet are never set, so Tyrese Maxey is going to blow right by you, draw help, nobody to box out. You're Raul Neto, you cannot go under a screen when there is all of this space to go over. You're just going too far under. Look at how far under you've got to go. So now Evan Mobley's got to step up and help. Joel Embiid's wide open. Probably not something you want. If you're going to double the post here, you got to rotate. So Caris LeVert, when this pass gets made, Caris LeVert's got to be ready to move up here. Okay? This player would come here, and either this player can go here and you go here, okay, or you go here, and that's it. But I don't even know why I did all that stuff because you don't rotate once. Evan Mobley's got to have a little bit more urgency here, okay? So this James Harden's coming out, so you need to come out to Joel Embiid. Like, this Cavs player should not have to double Joel Embiid, but you're nowhere to be found because you just stood there. So now James Harden's wide open. Cavs player is forcing Joel Embiid to the corner, then if Evan Mobley's the one that wants to double, then he's got to be starting to slide over now because you got to get Joel Embiid pretty far. Stop. See, where's he going? Caris LeVert's going here. You need to stay here because you need this double to be outside of the paint. Like, look at this. Look at how late this double team comes. Joel Embiid's too low now. So look at he's just going to eventually just hit a fadeaway. Caris LeVert cannot be jogging back and not jogging back to the middle of nowhere. You should be sprinting here. Caris LeVert is jogging just down the middle of the floor to no man's land. Cannot happen if you're doubling Embiid. Stop. You got to close this area off here. He cannot be allowed to split through. Look at Osman right here. Look at how you're letting him split through. It's over at that point. You got to keep your feet set when Joel Embiid is not posting you up, okay? So here's the problem right here. All right, look at this play. He hasn't moved anywhere, yet look at this player's foot right now. Okay? Right now, you should be able to just keep your feet set. He hasn't gone anywhere. Yet look what you do. Look at how this player moves his feet upwards as Joel Embiid's going this way. So you just gave Joel Embiid the angle because of that. And once he has an angle, it's over. Terrible switch. Why is this player underneath the screener on the switch? Get level to the screener so you're ready to guard. You are not ready to guard right. Like, are you ready to guard right now? No. Okay, so Donovan Mitchell does a great job in backside help here. Look at he's doing a great job in backside help. And this Cavs player does a great job getting in the gaps. Like, look at that. See how he's in the gaps and gets that dribble picked up? So Evan Mobley's dropped towards the ball. You have backside help here. Why is this player doubling now? The dribble's picked up. Stay to the corner. Like, this is essentially a quadruple team on the ball. If you're Darius Garland, complain during a dead ball right now, okay? The shot is up. You need to start getting back and sprint back. You can't, look, this complaining is just, come on, man. Urgency on defense. There is none from this player here. Get in a position. Get your feet set in a defensive stance. Look at this player. Lollygagging. You're not in a defensive stance, so you're not going to be able to get to the corner on this pass. You're Evan Mobley, you can't play off Joel Embiid. He does not need any free space on the floor without having to work for it. Now, you have a defender in the gaps here. If you're worried about guarding Joel Embiid, get up and force him right here. But, like, you're just giving Joel Embiid space on the floor without him having to do anything. Got to stay connected to your man. If he slips this and you're not connected, look, take a look. Darius Garland's not. Stay attached. Because look he doesn't set a screen, he slips it, and you're not able to get over. Again with Evan Mobley, you have to play up on Joel Embiid for a lot of reasons. He can shoot. So you have a defender coming here in the gaps. So get up and force him here if you are afraid of guarding him one-on-one. But no. You got to have backside help. You see this screen coming right here. Darius Garland's got to leave. He can't be late, okay? So if you're in a defensive stance and your feet are set and a skip pass is made here, okay, you'll be able to recover. If this player cuts, then one of these players can worry about that, okay? But like, look at this right here. Like once this pass is made, it's over. Get organized and transition right here. What is Karis LeVert doing standing in no man's land? Cedi Osman's here. You need to get to the corner. Like, you're just guarding nobody. If you're Karis LeVert, James Harden's setting a down screen, so you should be attached to James Harden anyways. Because if this player comes off the down screen, you got to get your arms out, right? Like, look at Karis LeVert. Where is he going? Like, what? Karis LeVert wants to get into the gaps. He's got to move over now and get in a defensive stance. Back to the baseline in a defensive stance, okay? Because now he can just stunt without moving his feet. He will be able to recover. But look at Karis LeVert here. Not moving in, not in a defensive stance. Look how his feet have to move inward. Wide open three. Again, Karis LeVert's in the gaps, and he's not in a defensive stance. Get your back to the baseline, feet wide, defensive stance. So when James Harden comes his way, I can stunt. I don't have to move my feet. I do not have to move my feet, so I'll be able to recover. But Karis LeVert is not in a defensive stance. As you can see, his feet are still moving right there. So now you have no chance of getting back out here. And so what are you going to end up doing? You're going to end up gambling. Well, nice deflection, but you didn't get it. And now Philadelphia scoring. Again, if you're Darius Garland, okay, you see this shot going up, so you should be sprinting back now. Like, start to get back. Don't stare at the shot, okay? Like, look, Darius Garland standing, so... Here's the problem with Evan Mobley guarding Joel Embiid on the perimeter like he's posting him up. Why is your hand on Joel Embiid? Just get your feet set and be in a defensive stance. You're not. Because look what happens. When this rip-through move happens... Because your hands are on Joel Embiid, that's going to force you to have to drop your feet. So, see how you just backpedaled there a little bit? That's all Joel Embiid needs for this step-back three. Can't do this if you're Donovan Mitchell. He's anticipating a screen. If you get screened, you get screened. The ball screen defense will execute. You'll switch, you'll run drop coverage, you'll hedge, whatever. But look at Donovan Mitchell here. See how he's feeling out a screen right now? That screen was never set. So now Darius Garland has to help, and Tyrese Maxey's wide open for three.